Okay, dear students, next point it is the Sikhs. During the 17th century, Sikh built regional states in Punjab. Several battles were fought by Guru Gobind Singh against the Rajput and Mughal rulers. After his death, 1708, the Khalsa rose in revolt against the Mughal authority under Banda Bahadur's leadership. Banda Bahadur was captured in 1715 and executed in 1716. The Sikh territories in the late 18th century expanded from the Indus to Jamuna, but they were divided under different rulers. Like provinces, how the Mughals had, like that they also started to divide the area under different rulers. Maharaja Ranjit Singh reunited these groups and established his capital at Lahore in 1799. Then after first they was under one leadership, then again they divided into different provinces or different under the leadership of different people in different area, because it was a long area from Indus to Yamuna. So what they Maharaja Ranjit Singh, he reunited all the people together and he made his capital at Lahore. Present it is in Pakistan, in which year 1799. Then the Marathas, Shivaji 1627 to 1680 carved out a stable Maratha kingdom with the support of powerful warriors family, that is Deshmukh. After Shivaji's death, effective power in the Maratha state was exercised by a family of Chitpavan Brahmanas who served Shivaji's successor as Peshwa or principal minister. Between 1720 to 1761, the Maratha Empire expanded. By 1730s, the Maratha kings was recognized as the overlord of the entire Deccan Peninsula. The Maratha developed an effective administrative system as well. New trade routes emerged with the areas controlled by Marathas. Then last one, it is the Jats. The Jats consolidate their power during late 17th and 18th century. Under their leader Churaman, they acquired control over territories situated to the west of the city of Delhi. The Jats were prosperous agriculturists. Important trading centers in the area were Panipat and Malabar. So this is all about the lesson. We will see in another one more small video with map of this lesson. Okay. Okay, we are continuing. We can see in the first page of the lesson the map it is given, and here dotted area we can see that one here, this area and this area, it was all inside part it was under the Mughal kings, under whom Mughal kings, in which year 1700. And we can see as the same time it is divided into different area or under different people. Here if you are looking upside, we can see Sikh people, that is here in Punjab, then Indus area, like that we can see. Then Jat people, that is in Haryana area, and Gujarat, that is different, and Malwa different area, Awadh and Bengal, Hyderabad provinces, then Maratha kings. We are going to discuss about all these people. We discussed already in the lesson we have seen. Once again, we said about the Mughal kings and totally were they was ruling, that we can see here. At the same time, we can see all the provinces of Mughal emperor. First one it is Bengal, then Awadh, then Hyderabad area. Okay, then next we have seen the Watan Jagir of the Rajput kings. They was here in this area. Then we have seen other some areas was taken under like peoples like Sikh, Jats and Marathas. And we discussed about Gujarat and Malwa. Once they taken by Rajput kings or Watan Jagir, as the same time later it taken by Maratha kingdom also. So these things only we discuss. Again in next page map we can see a little bit different thing. What is happened after in the time of 18th century, that also we will see once again. Here we can see not this what all things we discussed, that we can see altogether it was under the Mughal kings. Then later we have seen that one, it is divided into three major parts, like that Bengal province, Awadh province and Hyderabad province. Then later we have seen Rajput, Watan Jagir. Then comes Sikh and Jats, it is not written here, Jats. Then comes the Marathas. This was the condition later. Then with that we can see this orange color boundary, it is given in the textbook, that area, especially the Bengal area and the coastal area of Andhra Pradesh and Orissa, taken under the control of British people, that in mid of the 18th century, means 1750 onwards, this area were under the control of British people. So the third group came in the time of 18th century or mid of the 18th century, that is the British people. That only we are going to study in 8th standard full history textbook. We are going to see they came here for a trade purpose, how they become the ruler here, then how we what all changes they made here in our education, business, like that things we will see in one by one lesson. Then at the end of the lesson textbook we will see that one, what is how we become independent from them, and what happened after our independence, how we started to grow, like that things we are going to study in 8th standard. So by this we are all the lessons we completed, history, geography and civics, and next Thursday onwards we are going to start our revision. First we will do the all-round revision of 6th standard, then we will do the 7th standard chapter wise revision, and which is not revised properly, once again we will revise. At the same time, not only the second term, first term lessons also we will revise, but in nutshell way, not in the elaborated way, but we will revise little bit here and there, like that. Then you will get the idea of what are things we studied in 6th standard as well as in 7th standard, because many connections. Why? Because the British rule, how it was in India, like that things again we want to study in 10th standard, and some of the buildings what we made even in the time of Mughals, we they made that, still we are using for different purpose, like that things we want to study for 9th and 10th standard lesson. So we will make a crash course of 6th and 7th by Thursday and next Tuesday. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you all.